Hello, today is Wednesday. Wait a minute. Today is Thursday, October 9th, 2025. So this is the seventh day in a streak of 10-day holiday. So I still have 3 more days left: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday evening, I travel back to Seoul, where I live alone, and I will come back to Gwangju 1 week after when the Chungjeong Festival starts. I don't know when, but I have an appointment to meet with John Jackson, one of my dearest American friends, and we will maybe sip a beer or two in downtown Gwangju. I'm still in the holiday mood, and today I'm going to read an English article after a 7-day holiday, right? So I will just try to keep up with my habit, my determination to read an English article on a daily basis. So here we go. This article is from CNBC, and it's about AMD, right? American, I don't know, microchip device company. I bought 10 shares of AMD 1 week ago. Suddenly, this morning when I opened my eyes, my stock, AMD stock price has increased significantly. So that's why I'm trying to read this article to understand what was going on, right? It's about tech. The title is AMD stock skyrockets 23% as OpenAI looks to take stake in AI chipmaker. Published Monday, October 6th. Updated Monday, October 6th. So basically, same 1.5 hours later, right? This article was prepared by Mackenzie Sigalos. Key points: OpenAI and AMD have reached a deal that could see Sam Altman's company take a 10% stake in the chipmaker. OpenAI will deploy up to 6 gigawatts of AMD Instinct GPUs over multiple years, beginning with 1 gigawatt rollout in 2026. AMD issued OpenAI a warrant for up to 160 million shares, with vesting tied to deployment and share price milestones. With vesting tied to deployment and share price milestones. Very good. OpenAI and Advanced Micro Devices have reached a deal that could see Sam Altman's company take a 10% stake in the chipmaker. AMD stock skyrocketed 23.71% on Monday following the news. OpenAI will deploy 6 gigawatts of AMD's Instinct graphics processing units over multiple years and across multiple generations of hardware, the companies said Monday. It will kick off with an initial 1 gigawatt rollout of chips in the second half of 2026. We have to do this, OpenAI President Greg Brockman told CNBC's Squawk on the Street. This is so core to our mission if we really want to be able to scale to reach all of humanity. This is what we have to do. Brockman added, so Brockman, right? OpenAI President Greg Brockman. Brockman added that the company is already unable to launch many features in ChatGPT and other products that could generate revenue because of the lack of computer power. As a part of the tie-up, AMD has issued OpenAI a warrant for up to 160 million shares of AMD common stock, with vesting milestones tied to both deployment volume and AMD's share price. The first tranche vests with the first full gigawatt deployment, with additional tranches unlocking as OpenAI scales to 6 gigawatts and meets key technical and commercial milestones required for large-scale rollout. I wonder what the tranche is. Let's go and find out what tranche, right? Maybe tie up, right? Piece, slice. In structured finance, tranche, French pronunciation tranche, is one of
Tranche. Tranche.
Tranche.
Tranche.
Tranche is one of a number of related securities offered as a part of the same transaction. In the financial sense of the word, each bond is a different slice of the deal's risk. Transaction documentation, tranche. Yeah, tranche. So that's right. Tranche. First tranche vests with the first full gigawatt deployment, with additional tranches unlocking as OpenAI scales to 6 gigawatts and meets key technical and commercial milestones required for large-scale rollout. If OpenAI exercises the full warrant, it could acquire approximately 10% ownership in AMD based on the current number of shares outstanding. The ChatGPT maker said the deal was worth billions, but declined to disclose a specific dollar amount. Advanced Micro Devices Inc., AMD, NASDAQ, right? It's traded on NASDAQ. View quote details after hours last 9:20 a.m. EDT. $267.25, about $1.69 up, or a 0.72% up. Very good, man, very good. So I bought the stock 1 week ago, right? 1 week ago. So I bought the stock right 1 week ago. Or let me go 1 month. So I bought the stock at like $165. Now it's $235. So that's huge. Very good. Impressive, man. Thank you, AMD. The deal positions AMD as a core strategic partner to OpenAI, marking one of the largest GPU deployment agreements in the artificial intelligence industry to date. AMD CEO Lisa Su told CNBC's Squawk on the Street that AI is on a 10-year growth path, and at the end of the day, you need the functional compute to do that. You need partnerships like this that really bring the ecosystem together to ensure that, we can really get the best technologies, out there, she said. So we are super excited about the opportunities here. The partnership could help ease industry-wide pressure on supply chains and reduce OpenAI's reliance on a single vendor, which is NVIDIA. OpenAI unveiled a landmark $100 billion equity and supply agreement with NVIDIA nearly 2 weeks ago, cementing the chip giant's role in powering the next generation of OpenAI models. That arrangement combined capital investment with long-term hardware supply, though in NVIDIA's case, it was the chipmaker taking an ownership stake in OpenAI. Wow. Equity and supply agreement with NVIDIA. Shares of NVIDIA fell 1% on Monday following news of OpenAI AMD deal. That deal accounts for a dedicated 10 gigawatt portion of OpenAI's broader 23 gigawatt infrastructure roadmap at an estimated $50 billion in construction costs per gigawatt. Together with AMD deal, OpenAI has committed roughly $1 trillion in new build-out spending in just the past 2 weeks. OpenAI is also in talks with Broadcom to build custom chips for its next generation of models. Broadcom. The arrangement between OpenAI and AMD adds a new layer to the increasingly circular nature of AI's corporate economy, where capital, equity, and compute are traded among the same handful of companies building and powering the technology. Circular nature, right? Circular nature. NVIDIA is supplying the capital to buy its chips. Oracle is helping build the sites. AMD and Broadcom are stepping in as suppliers. OpenAI is anchoring the demand, right? Anchoring the demand. NVIDIA is supplying the capital to buy its chips. Interesting. NVIDIA is supplying the capital to buy its chips. Oracle is helping build the sites. AMD and Broadcom are stepping in as suppliers. OpenAI is anchoring the demand. It's a tightly wound circular economy, right? It's a tightly wound circular economy, one that analysts fear could face real strain if any link in the chain starts to weaken. Yeah, I'm worried about that too, right? It's a tightly wound circular economy and one that analysts fear could face real strain if any link in the chain starts to weaken. Read more CNBC Tech News. For AMD, the partnership is both a commercial milestone and a validation of its next generation Instinct roadmap. After years of trailing NVIDIA in the AI accelerator market, AMD now has a flagship customer at the forefront of the generative AI boom. Su said it creates a true win-win, enabling the world's most ambitious AI build-out and advancing the entire AI ecosystem. It also reinforces OpenAI's broader infrastructure ambitions. Through its Stargate project, CEO Altman's startup is rapidly transforming into one of the most aggressive infrastructure builders in the AI sector. Its first site in Abilene, Texas is already operational and running NVIDIA chips, with construction continuing to expand capacity. Upcoming bills in New Mexico, Ohio, and the Midwest are expected to feature a mix of suppliers, including AMD. Very good. I am the proud shareholder of AMD. Keep rising prices, keep rising, keep rising. Thanks for listening. But before we go, let's go over what I marked to remember, to memorize. One is a circular economy. It's a tightly wound circular economy. It's a tightly wound circular economy. The strain will be severe, and they have to face the strain. If there's any link is weakened, right, in the supply chain. Thanks for listening. Have a great Thursday and a great holiday in China, and in Korea. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.